In a quiet valley, wrapped between sleepy hills and whispering pine trees, there was a small town called Willowmere. Willowmere was not famous for big castles or loud festivals. It was famous for one very special thing. Everyone in Willowmere slept very well. Not just normal sleep, but the kind of sleep where dreams felt warm, where worries tiptoed away, and where mornings always felt kind. This was no accident. Every night, just as the sky turned lavender and the first star blinked awake, something magical happened. A train came. But not an ordinary train. This was the Moonlight train. Oliver Finch was 8 years old, with messy brown hair and a head full of questions. On this particular evening, he was doing something unusual. He was not sleepy. He rolled from one side of his bed to the other, hugging his blanket, then kicking it away, then hugging it again. "Why can't I sleep?" he whispered to the ceiling. Outside his window, Willowmere was settling down. Porch lights glowed like fireflies. Curtains were pulled closed. Even the trees seemed to stretch and sigh. Oliver's clock ticked softly. Tick. Tock. Tick. Then. Choo, choo. Oliver froze. That sound didn't belong to his clock. He jumped out of bed and padded quietly to the window. Down by the old tracks, which everyone said were just decorative now, a train was gliding in, silent, silver, and glowing like moonlight on water. Its windows shimmered. Its wheels didn't clatter. And floating above it, like a ribbon in the sky, was a soft trail of stars. Oliver's heart thumped. Not with fear, but with wonder. The Moonlight train was real. Oliver barely had time to put on his slippers before he felt a gentle tap-tap on his window. There, standing on a ladder made of light, was a tall conductor wearing a midnight blue coat and a cap dotted with tiny stars. "Good evening, Oliver Finch," the conductor said warmly. "Having trouble sleeping?" Oliver nodded, speechless. "Then you're just in time," the conductor smiled. "We have a seat waiting for you." "How do you know my name?" Oliver asked. The conductor winked. "The Moonlight train knows all the children who need a little help drifting into dreams." The window opened without a sound, and before Oliver could think too hard, he stepped onto the ladder of light. It felt warm. Safe. And with a gentle whoosh, he was aboard the train. The inside of the train was even more magical. The seats were soft clouds shaped like armchairs. The floor looked like polished starlight. Hanging lamps glowed like tiny moons, dim and comforting. Children sat quietly in the seats, some reading, some yawning, some already fast asleep. No one was loud. No one was restless. The air smelled like bedtime stories and fresh rain. Oliver slid into an empty seat. The cloud seat hugged him gently, like it knew exactly how tired he really was. A small bell chimed. "Next stop," announced the conductor softly, "Dreamway Station." The train began to move, smooth and slow. Oliver felt his shoulders relax. The conductor led Oliver into another car, this one quieter than all the others. There were jars lining the walls, each filled with tiny glowing thoughts. Some glowed gold. Some blue. Some gently faded in and out. "These are quiet thoughts," the conductor said. "We store them here so busy thoughts can rest." Oliver noticed one jar labeled worries. It was nearly empty. "Where did they go?" Oliver asked. The conductor smiled. "They sleep too." Oliver felt a warm heaviness in his eyelids. Dreamway Station didn't look like a normal station. There were no signs or benches or ticket booths. Instead, it was a floating platform surrounded by drifting bubbles. Inside each bubble was a dream, soft and glowing. One bubble showed a child flying with paper wings. Another showed a forest made of candy leaves. Another showed a cozy room with a fireplace and a sleeping puppy. "These are starter dreams," the conductor explained. "They help the mind slow down." A gentle helper. A woman with silver hair and a shawl made of mist approached Oliver. "Would you like to choose a dream tonight?" she asked. Oliver pointed to a bubble showing a boat drifting on a quiet sea. The helper smiled. "A peaceful choice." She tapped the bubble, and it floated into Oliver's hands, warm and light. The moment he touched it, his breathing slowed. The train bell chimed again. "Back aboard," the conductor whispered. Soon the train slowed as it crossed a long, gentle bridge made of moonbeams. Below it flowed a river of lullabies. Soft humming rose into the air, not words, not music, just sound that felt like being rocked. Oliver's head tipped to the side. The cloud seat wrapped around him again. "Almost time," whispered the conductor. As the train continued, it passed over Willowmere. Oliver looked down and noticed something curious. As the moonlight train rolled by, lights in houses dimmed one by one. Dogs curled tighter. Cats stretched and settled. The entire town seemed to yawn. "Why does everyone sleep better when the train comes?" Oliver asked. The conductor leaned closer. "Because sleep isn't just rest. It's comfort. And comfort travels." Oliver liked that idea. Comfort travels. The train slowed near Oliver's house. The ladder of light appeared once more. "Will I remember this?" Oliver asked sleepily. The conductor adjusted his starry cap. "Not with your waking mind. But your dreams will remember." Oliver stepped down. His window was open. His bed looked extra cozy. As he climbed in, the bubble dream warmed his chest. Outside, the moonlight train faded into the night. Oliver drifted. He was on a small boat, floating on a calm silver sea. The stars reflected below him, above him, all around him. There was no rush. No noise. Just gentle waves and peaceful thoughts. Somewhere far away, a train whistle hummed like a lullaby. When the sun rose, Willowmere stretched awake. Oliver opened his eyes, feeling rested, safe, and calm. He didn't remember the train, not clearly. But when he yawned, he smiled. Because somehow, he knew. Tonight, if he needed it, the moonlight train would come again. And for now, that was enough.